I'm going to talk about the sadness of farming.
You don't need to get me in it. It's the failure of farming. You can be the sadness,
It's
the failure.
it's a chicken. Well, it's a couple chickens, but at least it's not a cow.
No.
Chickens are. Uh, I like my chickens.
We just gotta have the proper facilities to keep them without predators getting into them. And we're not taking the time to be on purpose about getting it right.
We've always had problems with our chickens and the predators, especially our laying chickens. So whatever this was took the heads off of them. However, the pigs are enjoying them. Nothing's going to waste.
You say coons, possums, or weasels. So
I would say it's the coons.
that's my guess.
So it's a frustrating, disappointing, and sad day here on Mountain Dale. But our cows are doing fine, our turkeys are fine. But we are now at a 0 count for chickens. So
I'm gonna go build you a coop so we can have some.
we'll start again. This time, better.
It's gonna be a while before you get eggs, unless you get. Well, it's gonna be a while. I don't think you can order any.
Yeah, it'll be a while before I can get eggs. We can probably get some chickens at Rural King. Baby chicks, not layers, ready to lays. But that's okay.
Hey, porch. How's it going this morning? Nice sunny day in November still. Still getting some of that 50-degree weather, huh? Soaking up that sunshine. Good morning, Porchy. Let's go get some things done, huh? Let's go get some things done. I love you too, Porchy. I love you too. Now, you see there? Now, Miss Bia is on the wrong side of the fence. I'm sure she broke that fence post yesterday, and I didn't take the time to fix it. And she always thinks the best grass is in the next place over. I guess I'm gonna have to put 2 strands up anytime I gotta keep her till she gets big enough. But that fence just not zap hard enough. I need to get more joules on that charger because she's a rebel. I'm gonna have to go over there and see. I had these chicken tractors that need to be moved out of here, and I was just kind of keeping them out of here till I had the opportunity. So I guess now's the opportunity to start moving forward on that. Because Bia decided that it was a good day to be on the other side. They still got a little grass down there. But once they get it in their mind, it's time to go. They're used to be moved every day, and you don't. Well, Miss Bia, first of all, she'll find you a path if you don't know the way. I've been really excited about this grass. Just look how, we've grazed this 3 or 4 times this year, and it's been dry. We weren't as dry as a lot of places, but it's been dry, but there's a lot of grass in here for them to still eat. And ideally I would divide them up, but since Miss Bia has it in her mind that she's always got to be in the next place over, and they didn't really clean up the section below. I want them to clean up everything they have, but there's just a lot of grass. Just a lot of grass. Maybe I'll get as good as Greg Judy and know all my grasses and things, but we're way down in there with these. And the chickens have been on here this year And the cows have grazed it 3 or 4 times. And you really won't be able to see the stark difference that we do in the summertime, but you can see you can probably see a little bit of the line. They still have some grass they can eat down there. So I'll leave them here an extended amount of time to make them kind of use up all of this before we move them on. Here we are. I mean, it's still 55 degrees today, November the 16th, and the cows are still grazing on, still got lots of grass, and we can do a better job still managing it. I'm still learning, but it's fun. Exact same thing you had down there. You're just trying to be a problem no matter where you're at. Get away from there. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but the PVC chicken tractors we've used for years, and they work. They're nice, they're lightweight, the winds never blew them away. But the foxes, the raccoons, the skunks, something was digging under them in this field. And we've had them further out before, away from the house, and we had a dog here with him. Didn't make any difference. He wasn't the kind of guard dog they needed. The PVC tractor experience might be over. We may be able to Siskovich. These little wooden ones were good. They didn't really dig under them as much. So we'll see how that develops throughout the winter and in the next year, because I want to put them on some of these pastures that the chickens. I want to put the chickens in some of these pastures that need some help. And those PVC ones probably won't get the job done. And Miss Bia, you're the one that created all this havoc to start with. So don't come up here trying to walk across this slick metal. What kind of critters under there? And see, this is just wrong because there's a couple of them. Mice or moles or voles or critters. I mean, they're everywhere. They're looking for the shelter we just took from them. And put it over here. Then I'm going to have to move it again, which is fine, but I should have just put it away properly the first time. That's right. That's right. You are the problem. Cover girl, she's upset. She's getting weaned. She's over there all by herself. I guess the one benefit, at least this time of year, the grass won't be growing up through them. Are you crazy or something? Huh? What is your problem? Huh? What is your problem? I really do like these PVC tractors. Maybe I can figure out a way to keep the predators out. But we lost too many chickens to take too many chances, so I don't know. These might be little brooder situations set up in some building somewhere. Now, I talked about earlier this year about trying to get everything put together and clean up all this, clean up that. I did a few things, but I don't think I did anywhere near what I could have. Porchy and Dot fighting for attention. What you got, Dot? You find anything to play, won't you? Where's the ball at? That's not going to be a very good fetch. Thank you. No, Dot, Porchy, no. Oh, goodness. We're going to need to find a ball. We're going to need to find a ball, Dot. Dot is the best ball player. The other dogs don't know how. Dottie does. Porchy, let her alone. She brought me a corn cob thinking that would be a good, we call it a thank you. See, she's looking for it because I said it. Where's your thank you? She tries to put it in your hand, but Porch is giving her too much guff. Be good. Be good, Porchy. Be good. Cameras everywhere. Oh, attack. I found a frisbee, Dot. I don't know if I can throw it. Where you at? I don't know if I can throw it. Oh, it's past her collar. I messed up. Porchy don't know to get it. I messed up, Dot. I'll throw it back your way. She's got that radio collar on. She won't go past it. That was a hard chore trying to throw that and hold the camera at one time. You ready? You ready? That wasn't very good, but you got the idea. Old Dot, she's a ball player. One more. One more. One more terrible throw. You ready? It's hard to get a hold of that, isn't it? All right, I got stuff to do. Porchy, let her alone. Porch, come. Let's go. Come on, Porch. What a glorious day. I mean, it's beauty out here. 50 couple degrees, the sun shining. You saw me move the cows into the fresh grass. And they're digging that, something fierce. Oh, Lulu decided to join us. Lulu and Porchy and Bea looking for her next path out of here. Just eat what grass is in there, kid. Just eat what grass is in there. You burrhead. Get them burrs all over you. Well, I've been in this weird place of reflecting and trying to figure out my life this year, and been doing it through these videos. You know, what kind of purpose you have and what kind of work you're supposed to be doing and how fast you're supposed to be living. And well, I want to say my grandma, but she's our grandma, our grandmother, passed yesterday. And I think maybe a lot of this has been preparing me to reflect on her life, because she was able to live contentedly despite her circumstances. I'm sure she had wants and things, but she lived pretty simply. All she needed was Jesus in her life. And that's what I want. But man, it's so difficult to put yourself in that mindset of not needing or not wanting everything. I know it in my mind, and my spirit wants to follow it, but my body, my flesh, is just battling against me. Now, this guy is a bit of a teenager. What is he? 8 months old or something. I have to look at the birthday to find out for sure. But he's a cantankerous little fella. And you have to trick him to get this halter on. And see, he's getting smart to the ways. And he's probably going to send me for a loop one of these days. And normally I just chase him around till I catch him. And he's getting a little too rowdy for that. Come on in here, bud. I got some more good stuff for you. Huh? He may be too wise for this trick now. You coming back for some more? Come on. And if he gets too wise for this trick, then we're really going to have to get silly with him. See how he slips his nose right out of there? Little turkey. Actually, the turkeys are on the other side. Pull that nose down first. We're going to do this, bud. You're getting better. Getting better, but look how far it's down on your nose. You're trying to slip it off. You fat face. Be good. You're too rowdy. You're too rowdy. And see, somebody out there's thinking about how pansy I am. Trying to deal with this little bull, but I'm just not used to him. And he gets a little rowdy. So I've been trying to figure out ways that are less intrusive to catch him, so we don't have this chase mentality going on. Probably waste too much time peddling on these videos, but it has been kind of neat looking back over the course of the year, kind of like a journal, a vlog, a video journal. We'll hope to tame this fella down. Probably not like a steer, but maybe a little less with an attitude. You have 4 more months to go for your birthday or so. I don't know if you're born in February or March. By that time, you're going to be a pretty hefty fella. What are we going to do then? I mean, we're trying to put it to you. My grandmother, her husband died when she was young. She raised her kids. She raised her 6 kids by herself, and she'd tell you how generous people were to her. She'd tell you how people helped her when she had times of need and things like that. But she also worked and did odd jobs and took care of people. And is it to where you resolve yourself that you're going to be in that position? And that's, unfortunately, I never took the time to ask her how much distress she had, or how much anguish she had over her quote unquote lot in life. She never, by the time I was around, a kid running around growing up, she never showed that. She never put that out there. So I don't know that she ever had that. All I know is at some point in her life, she found Jesus and she served him. And that was enough to complete her. That was enough to fill her up all those years with no husband. Her children were all around her. I was thinking about my dad. My dad and a couple of my aunts were never more than a stone's throw away. How does a person become content, like Paul talks about, like I witnessed in my grandma? How does a person be content with what they have and not have that grinding desire for more? And is it a man-woman thing? Are women able, or especially women from days gone by, are they more capable of being content? Are men more anxious and driven to grab things and conquer things, be in charge of things? Maybe it's something in me solely. Whatever the case, I just wish I could be more like her. I wish I could be like Paul. And I don't think it's something that you have to pray about. It's something that you can't just, you can practice it to some degree, but it's got to be something that you're blessed with. It's got to be something that you're gifted with. And maybe I need to pray that God would gift me with that ability to be content in my circumstances. Because I don't know how to be. I don't know how to be. I don't know how to leave a legacy of just love and not things, not accomplishments, not status. A legacy of love. I'm trying to get there with my grandkids, and I think, with my kids, I certainly didn't have things to give them, but there's that thing in your brain that tells you you have to accomplish something to leave that stamp on something. Well, my grandmother will not be in some vast history book for her accomplishments on this earth, but her heavenly reward, I can only imagine, because she served her family, she served her the people around her, she served her Lord. They ought to build a statue for her. That's the kind of people they should build statues for. Not because you were the boss of something or the leader of something, but at the end you heard, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." And I just don't have any doubt. We talk about our sorrow. Talk about our sorrow. I'm not sorry. I'm mournful at my loss. I'm sad for my dad and my aunts and my uncle. I'm sad for the family in that regard, but my goodness, my grandmother lived her whole life for this moment. She lived her whole life for this, to be rewarded at the end with "Well done, good and faithful servant." I got to put that goal. I got to put that goal ahead of me. I got to somehow learn to be like her. I got to fight these demons every day that put this battle of flesh around me, and just try to somehow be like her, be like Grandma. Well done. She did her job. Look, we're 1 week away from Turkey Day. Y'all looking pretty good. Probably could have got you a little bit bigger, but I think you'll be just about the right size for most of the ovens. Sometimes I get you too big. When you're fitting out a 35-pound live bird, they dress out, high 20s or even 30 pounds. That's a lot to put in an oven, especially for a lady.